Does the thought of an unsteady step or a moment of lost balance fill you with a quiet fear? There is a beautiful ancient way to reclaim your foundation, a simple morning practice of profound strength that lives not in force, but in stillness. Please stay with me on this journey, because the final understanding we will uncover together is the most powerful gift you can give your body. Finding ground. Let us begin this journey together. The beauty of this practice is its simplicity. It requires nothing but you, a few moments of your time, and the ground beneath your feet. Find a quiet space in your home, perhaps in the morning light as the day awakens. Stand with your feet parallel, about the width of your own shoulders apart. The exact distance is not as important as the feeling of stability, the feeling of a solid base. Gently allow your knees to soften. They should not be deeply bent like you are sitting in a chair, but simply unlocked, free from tension. This small adjustment is the first step in releasing the rigidity that can accumulate in our bodies over many years. It is an invitation for energy to flow rather than to be blocked. Now bring your awareness, your full and gentle attention to the soles of your feet. Can you feel them? Can you feel the texture of the floor or the carpet beneath you? Can you feel the entire surface of your feet making contact with the earth? Feel the ball of the foot, the heel, the outer and inner edges. For many of us, we live our lives disconnected from this fundamental point of contact. We are in our heads, thinking, worrying, planning. But our true foundation, our stability, begins here in this connection. Imagine, if you will, that roots are beginning to grow from the soles of your feet, extending down deep into the earth. Not with force, but with a gentle, searching energy. These roots are not rigid. They are pliable, alive. They anchor you, making you feel secure, solid, and immovable, yet flexible. This is not just an image, it is a feeling you can cultivate. As you stand here with your knees soft and your feet rooted, you may notice subtle shifts in your weight. Do not resist them. Your body is intelligently finding its center. It is a quiet conversation between your muscles, your bones, and the pull of gravity. Listen to it. This is the language of the body, a language we often forget how to speak. The practice is not about holding a perfect static pose. It is about allowing these micro adjustments to happen. It is in this subtle dance of balance that true adaptable strength is built. Now, let us bring our attention upward to the hips and the lower back. This is an area where many of us hold a great deal of tension. Gently, imagine your tailbone, the very end of your spine, dropping down toward the earth, as if a small silk weight were tied to it. This simple alignment allows the lower back to lengthen and release. You are not forcing it, you are simply allowing it to happen. Feel the release of compression in the lumbar spine. This creates a sense of space and freedom. The pelvis can be thought of as a bowl. We want this bowl to be level, not tipping too far forward or too far back. When it is level, our inner organs are held in a state of ease, and the entire structure of our body finds a more natural alignment. This alignment is the source of effortless power. It is the structure that allows a great old tree to stand for centuries, weathering storms not through brute force, but through its deep roots and its perfectly balanced structure. We are cultivating that same quality within ourselves. Your spine is the central pillar of your being. From the now released base of your pelvis, imagine each vertebra stacking one on top of the other, creating a sense of length and lift. Imagine a delicate string attached to the crown of your head, gently drawing you upward toward the sky. This is not a muscular effort, it is a feeling of lightness, of spaciousness between each part of your spine. Your shoulders, which so often carry the burdens of our day, can now be invited to release. Let them melt down and away from your ears. Feel the broadening across your collarbones. Your arms can hang loosely by your sides, or you can gently bring your hands to rest over your lower abdomen, one hand over the other. This point, just below the navel, is considered in many traditions to be the body's center of energy. Placing your hands here can help to bring your awareness to your core, to your center of gravity. Your chin should be slightly tucked, elongating the back of your neck. This completes the line of energy from the rooted feet all the way to the crown of the head. You are now standing in a state of connection. This entire process of finding the ground might take a minute, or it might take 5. The time does not matter. What matters is the quality of your attention. You are not just positioning your body, you are inhabiting it. You are re-establishing a relationship with your physical self that is based on kindness, listening, and gentle awareness. The strength in the legs does not come from forceful contraction like lifting weights. It comes from this deep, integrated alignment. The bones are bearing the weight as they are designed to do, and the muscles are able to relax and simply provide support and stability. In this state, the legs begin to learn a new way of being. They are not just pillars to hold you up. They are conduits of energy connecting the earth to the rest of your body. They are alive, intelligent, and responsive. This is the foundation upon which everything else will be built. So take a moment. Feel the ground, feel your structure, feel your own dignified presence. This is the first step, and it is in many ways the most important one. You are returning home to your body, cultivating stillness. Now that we have established our physical structure, our connection to the ground, a new dimension of the practice reveals itself. We have built the vessel, now we must pay attention to what fills it. The body is still, the posture is set, but what about the mind? For most of us, the mind is like a restless monkey jumping from branch to branch, from thought to thought, from worry to memory, to a plan for later in the day. This is its nature. And in this practice, we do not fight with the monkey. We do not try to cage it or to silence it. To do so would only create more tension, more internal struggle. Instead, we simply observe it with a gentle, non-judgmental awareness. We give the monkey a single simple task to focus on, and that task is the breath. The breath is our most faithful companion. It is with us from the moment we are born to the moment we depart. It is the constant rhythm of life, happening right now, in this very moment, without any effort on our part. Bring your attention to the sensation of your own breathing. You do not need to change it, to make it deeper or slower. Simply observe it as it is. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils and the warm air leaving. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your abdomen beneath your hands if you have placed them there. Each rise, each fall, this is your anchor. When you notice that the mind has wandered away, and it will, that is what minds do, gently and without any criticism, guide it back to the sensation of the breath. You might have to do this 5 times or 50 times in a single minute. It does not matter. The practice is not in achieving a perfectly empty mind. The practice is in the gentle act of returning. Each time you notice you are lost in thought and you guide your attention back to your breath, you are strengthening a muscle of awareness. You are training your mind to be present, to be here, now, in this body, in this moment. This cultivation of stillness is not an empty state. It is incredibly full. It is in this quiet space that you can truly begin to listen. When the noise of constant thinking subsides, even for a moment, you can start to feel the subtle life within your own body. You might feel a warmth beginning to spread through your legs and abdomen. You might feel a gentle tingling in your fingertips or a sense of fullness in your feet. These are not just imagined sensations. This is the feeling of your own life force, your own energy, or what some traditions call shi. When the body is aligned and the mind is calm, this energy can flow more freely, without obstruction. It circulates, it nourishes, it repairs. This is the deep, internal source of health and vitality. It is this aliveness that makes our legs not just strong, but resilient. It is the difference between a dry, brittle branch and a living, supple one. As you stand in this stillness, you are also cultivating a profound sense of inner balance that mirrors the physical balance you are holding. Life will always present us with challenges. The phone will ring, a sudden noise will startle us, a worry will try to pull us away. These are the winds that try to push our tree. The practice is not to live in a world with no wind. The practice is to deepen our roots so that no matter which way the wind blows, we remain centered, we remain stable. This stillness you are cultivating is not fragile. It is a deep, resilient peace. It is the quiet at the center of a spinning wheel. The outside world can be chaotic, but you can learn to access this place of inner calm at will. This is a skill that translates directly into your daily life. When you feel flustered or stressed, you can pause, take a single breath, and reconnect with that feeling of rooted, centered stillness you have practiced every morning. This is why this is so much more than a physical exercise. We are training the nervous system to relax. We are showing it that it is safe to let go of chronic tension. In our modern world, we are often in a state of fight or flight, with stress hormones coursing through us. This practice activates the rest and digest response, the parasympathetic nervous system. It is in this state that the body can heal itself. The blood pressure may lower, the heart rate may slow, and a feeling of deep well-being can emerge. This is the medicine of stillness. It costs nothing, and its benefits are immeasurable. So as you stand and as you breathe, allow yourself to soften into this experience. Let go of the need to do anything. Simply be. Be present with the ground, with your body, with your breath. This is where the real magic happens. This is the cultivation of a steady body and a peaceful mind. Two things that are not separate, but are in fact one and the same. Awakening energy. As you continue to stand in this rooted stillness, a new layer of experience begins to awaken. We have found our ground. We have cultivated a quiet mind. And now we begin to notice the result of this inner alignment, the stirring of energy. This is not a mystical or abstract concept. It is a tangible, physical sensation that arises naturally from the practice. For many, it begins as a feeling of warmth. This warmth often starts in the lower abdomen, the area we call the dantian, and it can slowly spread downwards into the legs and feet and upwards through the torso. It is a pleasant, nourishing heat, like the feeling of standing in the sun on a cool day. This warmth is a sign that your circulation is improving, that blood and oxygen are flowing more freely to every cell. But it is more than just blood. It is the body's intrinsic vitality, its life force, being unblocked and allowed to move. For others, the sensation is not one of heat, but of a subtle vibration or a gentle tingling, especially in the hands and feet. It can feel like a faint electrical hum, a sign that the nervous system is alive and communicating. Do not be alarmed by these sensations. Welcome them. They are proof that your practice is working. You are waking up parts of yourself that may have been dormant. This is the body's innate intelligence coming online. The legs in particular begin to feel different. They may start to feel full, as if they are being gently inflated from the inside. This is not a swelling of fluid, but a filling of energy. This is what builds true, lasting strength. It is a strength that comes from within, a strength that is supple and alive. Your legs are no longer just passive structures for support. They become active pillars of vibrant energy. This awakened energy does what water does in a garden. It flows to where it is needed most. It nourishes the joints, it tones the muscles in a deep and subtle way, and it brings a new level of awareness and proprioception to your lower body. Proprioception is the body's ability to sense its own position in space. A strong sense of proprioception is absolutely critical for maintaining balance and preventing falls. When this energy is flowing, your feet and legs are in constant, intelligent communication with your brain. They can make tiny, instantaneous adjustments to shifts in terrain or a sudden loss of balance, often before your conscious mind even has time to react. This is the difference between stumbling and catching yourself versus stumbling and falling. You are building an intelligent, responsive stability that becomes a part of you. Furthermore, this practice harmonizes the energy of the entire body. We spoke of the connection between the earth and the sky through your spine. The energy does not just stay in the legs, it rises, nourishing the organs, clearing tension in the shoulders and neck, and bringing a sense of clarity to the mind. You may find that after just a few minutes of standing, you feel both more energized and more calm. This seems like a contradiction in our usual way of thinking, where energy means stimulation, like drinking coffee. But this is a different kind of energy. It is a balanced, centered vitality. It is the energy of a deep, slow-moving river, not the frantic energy of a shallow, rushing stream. This is the kind of energy that sustains you throughout the day without leading to a crash. It is a wellspring of resilience that you can draw upon whenever you need it. So do not be discouraged if you do not feel these sensations immediately. It can take time. The body has to unlearn years of holding patterns and tension. Be patient, be consistent. One day, you will be standing, your mind will be quiet, and you will suddenly become aware of that gentle warmth, that subtle hum. It will be a moment of profound discovery, the realization that you have this incredible source of vitality within you, just waiting to be awakened. This is the gift of the practice. It is not just about preventing weakness. It is about actively cultivating a powerful, vibrant aliveness that can support you, steady you, and carry you through your life with grace and confidence. You are not just strengthening your legs. You are awakening the very energy of life itself within you. Daily practice. We have explored the path, finding our ground, cultivating stillness, and awakening our inner energy. Now we arrive at the most practical and perhaps most challenging part of the journey, transforming this profound experience into a simple daily habit. The most powerful medicine is useless if it stays in the bottle. The secret to unlocking the full potential of this practice lies in one simple, unassuming word: consistency. It is far better to practice for 5 minutes every single day than for 1 hour once a week. The body and mind learn through repetition. Each morning that you stand, you are casting a vote for stability, for peace, for vitality. You are gently carving a new pathway in your nervous system and in your consciousness. Over time, this pathway becomes a well-worn road, easy and natural to travel. The morning is a particularly precious time for this practice. The world is still quiet. Your mind is often clearer, not yet cluttered with the demands and distractions of the day. By starting your morning with this practice of rooted stillness, you are setting the tone for everything that follows. You are starting your day from a place of center, from a place of connection. Even just 3 to 5 minutes can completely change the quality of your day. You carry that feeling of groundedness with you. When challenges arise, you will meet them with a greater sense of calm and resilience because you have already anchored yourself in your own inner strength. It becomes your new baseline, your new normal. You are no longer starting the day from a place of deficit, but from a place of fullness. Let go of the idea of perfection. There will be days when your mind is incredibly restless. There will be days when your body feels stiff or uncomfortable. This is normal. It is part of the process. On those days, the practice is not to force yourself into a state of perfect stillness, but to simply be with what is. Be with the restless mind with kindness. Be with the stiff body with compassion. The victory is not in achieving a particular state. The victory is in showing up for yourself. The simple act of standing for a few moments with the intention of connecting to your body is a profound act of self-care. It is a declaration that you are worthy of your own time and attention. Do not judge your practice. Some days will feel deep and peaceful, others will feel distracted. Both are equally valuable parts of the journey. To begin, start small. So small that it feels almost too easy. Commit to standing for just 1 minute every morning. Anyone can find 1 minute. Place it into your existing routine. Perhaps you do it while the water is boiling for your tea or coffee, or right after you brush your teeth. Link it to a habit that is already established. After a week of standing for 1 minute, you may find yourself naturally wanting to stand for 2. Let the practice grow organically. Listen to your body. It will tell you what it needs. If your legs begin to tremble or feel tired, this is a sign that they are working and getting stronger. But do not push to the point of pain. This is a practice of kindness, not of endurance. You can always gently shake out your legs and then begin again. The goal is to finish the practice feeling better, more alive, and more centered than when you began. This daily habit becomes a sanctuary. It is a few moments in time that are entirely for you, free from the demands of the world. It is a time to check in, to listen, to recenter. As this practice becomes woven into the fabric of your daily life, you will notice its effects extending far beyond the few minutes you spend standing. You will find yourself walking with more confidence. You will feel more stable when you reach for something on a high shelf. You will have a deeper sense of inner peace that permeates your interactions with others. The strength and steadiness you cultivate in the quiet of the morning become the strength and steadiness with which you live your life. This is not a quick fix. It is a lifelong companion. It is a simple, beautiful, and powerful way to honor the journey of your life, one steady breath, one rooted stance at a time. This practice is a return. It is a return to the wisdom that already exists within your own body. Strength is not something you have lost and must now desperately reclaim. It is something that is always present, waiting to be listened to, waiting to be cultivated. It is not the rigid, brittle strength of a stone, but the resilient, living strength of a tree, rooted deep in the earth, yet flexible enough to dance with the wind. Your body is not your enemy in the journey of aging. It is your oldest and most faithful friend. Listen to it. Trust it. Nurture it with this simple gift of stillness each morning, and it will support you with a profound and steady grace for all the days to come. For years since my knee surgery, I've walked with a quiet fear, always looking at the ground, terrified of a misstep. I started doing this just 2 minutes every morning this past week. Today, for the first time, I felt that deep warmth you described in my legs. It was like they were waking up. I almost cried. It's not just about balance, it's like I'm finally making friends with my own body again. Thank you doesn't seem like a big enough word. Has anyone else felt that feeling of fullness in their feet? It's the strangest, most wonderful sensation.